we need to take this message seriously and pray. Amen.
On the 23rd of June, 2021, during a midweek service at Divine Kingdom Baptist Ministries, the servant of God, Dr. Ndlovu, gave a prophetic message for Kenya. In the prophecy, he urged saints and intercessors to also pray against helicopter crashes. The following are his words.
And then there is something which is disturbing, which I saw, which God told me these are changeable events. It's politicians having very funny accidents. Very funny accidents in Kenya. So I don't want to speak a lot, but I want us to pray. People can use my prayer points that I shared on Facebook and other social media platforms. I shared them mainly on Facebook when we were praying for Kenya against terrorism. They can use those prayer points to pray for all politicians. In some of those prayer points, I was mentioning politicians by name, starting with the president of that country, President Uhuru Kenyatta, and the Vice President Ruto, and many other officials, like, senior politicians like Raila Odinga and so on. So we may need to cover politicians specifically, cover them specifically so that the devil does not engineer in the realms of the spirit freak accidents. You see, a situation where a big politician is flying somewhere and they use helicopters a lot on that side. Unlike in other parts of Africa, and they are campaigning, they've got a lot of money to hire helicopters to fly around to campaign, to reach far away places. So we must pray, especially for helicopters and for cars, which the politicians will be using, not to be involved in freak accidents. We must pray for God to grant extra grace to people who look after these implements. We know the helicopters and the cars are not perfect because there are a lot of conspiracy theories that are going on at the present moment. And the Spirit of God was telling me that the last thing that would take place, which would stoke violence and a lot of tension in that country, is a high-profile individual falling from the sky in a helicopter or in a plane, or being involved in a horrific, automobile accident. A lot of people will suspect foul play, especially if that person is a front runner at governorship level and at other levels, big levels, which I will not mention as yet. So we need to cover these big people.
Kenyan police said 17 soldiers died in a helicopter crash